Hi, this is Beverly. I'm here to discuss the WSCC model and the VHS tool. WSCC model, also known as Whole School, Whole Child, Whole Community model, is a student-centered framework that was created to align efforts on education and health achievement of children in schools. Key to success is the involvement of a larger community, which would involve folks in education, health officials, policymakers, and parents. The model was built on several components of the traditional CSH approach and the first whole child model, but it took the approach of unifying the education and health sectors for greater collaboration. The model has a holistic circular structure with a core section where the child is at the center, and then there are three rings that surround the child. The core integrates 5 tenets from the whole child model, and that requires that each child should be challenged, engaged, healthy, and safe. 3 rings that surround the child begins with the first ring, which addresses the policy, process, and practices that need to be aligned and integrated for the community of school and health officials to be effective. The second outer ring describes the multiple elements in the school environment that support children's learning. The third ring incorporates the community, the greater community, which is the overarching support system that provides the resources and collaboration that is needed with schools to achieve success with children's education. The VHS tool is an interactive learning tool created by the CDC for users to learn how to support the educational and health needs of children in a healthy school environment. Supports the concept of the whole child by incorporating elements of the WSCC model with areas such as nutrition, physical activity, obesity prevention, and management of chronic health conditions. If you were to go to the virtual high school tool, you would see there is a map that you can follow. Then you can enter various areas to understand the activities that take place there. So there were some discussion points that I'm about to answer, and I'll start with the first one. So what aspects were new or surprising to me? Well, first of all, I wasn't aware that such a comprehensive framework exists for school. I was quite surprised, considering that the current societal disparities that exist due to failure of the community, the educational system, and the government, where children are not adequately educated or provided with health care, and this applies to large swaths of the population. So this, in effect, just did surprise me. This model, I believe, is most likely implemented in wealthier neighborhoods. Is there anything you think is missing? Well, the framework operates under an ideal scenario. My question is, what happens if the school is struggling or if it's in a minority neighborhood? But if we'd like to implement some aspects of the WSCC model, what are the options for the school? Think about a school you attended or your children attend or you have visited. Was it a healthy school? Why or why not? Well, in the last year, I volunteered at the KIPP Public School in Camden, New Jersey. The school has several of the elements of a healthy school, and they're attempting to educate children on being healthy by partnering with the Food Bank of Southern New Jersey, of which I was a part of. We were there to provide nutrition education. There was a gymnasium, a healthy cafeteria, and limited play area outside. While I believe many of the WSCC elements were in place, I'm not sure of the full implementation of the model or whether the school could be considered a healthy school. What other place other than a cafeteria can there be school activities that promote education attainment? Well, I believe the classroom, because there's a new practice where physical activity is done during class lessons. There was a meta-analysis of 42 students around the world who incorporated physical activity during class, and it was found that they outperformed sedentary learners in several tests. The conclusion of the study was that there was a large significant effect on educational outcomes, as physical activity provides memorable experiences as children retain information more readily when they do physical activity. Another study in the Netherlands confirmed this. It was at an elementary school where children who did physical activities during class 3 times a week performed better in mathematics and spelling in comparison to their peers. Their progress also equated to 4 months of extra learning points gains. So the object of the physical activity during class lesson time is to increase physical activity among children as a health activity and to stimulate learning. My conclusion for the WSSC model and the VHS tool. The WSSC model is an excellent framework if it can be fully implemented and supported. It addresses a multitude of areas that are very relevant to nurturing children and ensuring their health needs are addressed so they can be superior learners. Stakeholders in the community can also gain a host of information from the VHS tool as it's the execution arm of the WSSC model. My next page is made up of my references for your review. Thank you very much for listening. Good night.